Hello everybody. So I get a lot of requests. People ask me start from beginning to finish. Okay, so I just pretty much prep the nails with the sanding band. Get as much cuticles out as possible. We just soak off so it's a little bit dry. So it's okay. We want it dry so we're gonna pretty much apply everything on here, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys how I apply the tips. And start from pretty much start to finish here, right? We're gonna do a white set today with some white glitter French, and I'll show you guys how to do it with whatchamacallit, with a polish and sugaring effect. Okay. So if you could hit that share button for me, please. These are my tapered tips. These are the ones that everybody seek out for. They're the natural ones. It has a little bit of a natural curve, but not too much, as you see, and it's very easy to apply because it has a thinner upward look right there. You see, it kind of gives you the ability to gauge where you want it. So, just a little bit, a tiny dab of glue is all we need right there. We'll be able to glue the tips right on. And because the tips are a little bit thinner, it should ideally just apply very easy. It's thinner so it doesn't flex. Check angles. It flexes and it bounces back out, you know? This comes in clear and natural. I like using natural, unless I don't every time use clear is when I do encapsulation or something like that. But generally, natural is the way to go, because it takes on the naturalness of the tip better. So I had too much glue there; it takes a bit longer to glue. Because more glue means it just takes longer for it to dry. See how this tip has a nice taper look already? It's kind of slightly coffin, but that means that when you do your application, if you want taper, you can fill it in with your application. And if you want a coffin, you just file it in a little bit. So that's the reason why I like these tips. And I do prefer the natural curved tips over the straight tips sometimes, because it's very easy to work with to create apex, the natural apex. If you were to do a medium nail, we're going to be cutting this down a lot, you're going to lose a lot of the curve, and it's going to be nice and natural for you. See that? And it's not that curvy, if you notice. And if you were going to cut this down, it's actually going to take away from the curve. So a nice medium set would be like almost like a straight tip, but a very, very nice look. A very clean look. You don't have to spend a lot of time building apex and all that stuff, because it has a nice curve to it, so it gives a natural curvature. And a lot of clients actually like a slight curve. They don't like everything just straight out. So it's up to your client. So you definitely make sure you have all the tips available. See? Very easy to apply. For those guys that have issues with the beginning phase like this, it takes me about 5 minutes to put the tips on, if not faster if I'm not living. But generally just popping them on, make sure everything's straight, and there you go. What? Oh, you got glue still. I don't know how I need one small drop of glue, that's it. A lot of times people use too much glue. More glue means it takes longer to dry. It takes longer to attach, okay? Gluing is the one thing that is less is not, and more is not better, okay? Less is more when it comes to glue. So like just one drop in the middle, and you'll be able to press this tip down, and it just comes right to the side. And boom. Fairly easy, right? We have no issues with the nails gluing down to the nail bed at all. This part is supposed to be easy, guys. Don't make it harder for yourself by putting too much glue, causing you to sit there and wait for it to dry, and it won't dry, and it keeps popping off, slipping off, frustrated. I understand that frustration. That's why I have these tips made the way they are made. These are the natural tips. They call them natural tips. When you see the word natural tips, you know that it has a slight curve. So we don't have to say it's natural curved tips or something like that. So it's just natural. And they actually look really nice, guys. Once I finish this set, you guys see like it's like a nice curvature. I'm gonna cut this down slightly a little bit, but not too much. But as you can see how natural they look. So there you go. You can get these at the naildeadshop.com. Right here, they just call the natural tips. and it comes in natural, and the clear one's a natural clear. So in case you guys want to do like an encapsulation or something like that, you can do that with the clear tip. You get a pair of scissors. And I'm just gonna move this a little bit. I'm gonna just cut slightly, just at the tip. There. Just shorten them a little bit. And this will take away a little bit of the curve, which is fine with me. You guys notice how I didn't cut the pinky? Because the pinky is always going to be the smallest nail, so you don't want to cut those yet until you finish measuring these up. Make sure these are all the same length. Middle finger is a little bit longer. You want more? Shorter? Mm-hmm. There we go. So we've got a long length. Everything is matched up. See how the pinky, even though I cut now, the pinky is the same length. If you cut the pinky, it's not going to be the same length. The pinky is always the smallest finger. I always see a lot of nail techs have a set, and the pinky is always so small compared to everything else. That's why you don't cut the pinky, because it's just a small finger. So you want to leave the tip that last in case you probably don't have to cut it at all. Okay? Where's everybody watching from? Thank you for the shares. Appreciate that, guys.
Little shorter.
For the thumb?
A little bit, yeah. For all of them.
All of them?
Yeah, a little shorter.
You're using a little long. You longer than this. What happened to you? You got scared?
No.
See, now I have to cut the pinky down a little bit. There you go. So, excuse me. That hand is all going to be the same length. I'm just going to go ahead and just eyeball this first. And then I'm going to go through and match everything up. So make sure both hands are the same length. Boom. I don't want to cut the second hand too short, then I have to go back through and recut everything down, okay? Eyeball it, give yourself some room for error. Ooh, that one was just perfect. Wow. I really... Cuticle to cuticle is how you measure the length. Okay? Because not every nail bed is the same length. And where is everybody watching from? I'm trying to see where to put my next class here. We've got a master class coming up. San Jose class. Only class left. I'm leaving for Vegas this weekend. If you're in the San Jose area or close to there, you want to join the 2-day workshop, learn some trending designs, that's going to be so nice. Okay, so that's it, guys. Now just some primer on the natural nail bed. Now I'm going to show you guys the curvature again, because remember we cut that down, right? Now the curve is not as much more. I love these tips. I'm telling you guys, like if you are doing medium to medium short nails, get these tips. It's going to save your life. Look, it's more taper now. You see that? See how taper it is? It's not wide. And look at the curvature. Look at that natural curvature. Not too curvy, right? So I'm gonna use Chisel's American White. It's not like a chalky white, but it's actually pretty white. So we're gonna go with that today. Usually I would use my wave gel, but wave gel didn't give me a white this time around. So a lot of you guys have been purchasing a lot from Wave Gel. Hope you guys are liking their products. I've been using my 16 Klinsky. Oh no, my 14. You see how I've trained it to where it just stays in shape? Okay, Missouri. The Peach State. All right, UK. I love my UK, UK followers. I can't wait to go international with a class. So I'm just gonna do a 2 bead. Remember, this is a nicely slight curved tip, so we have a natural ability to it. Bring in the sides. And this is my monomer, and monomers are back in stock. I'm able to get, I will be trying to get the 32 ounce. I know a lot of you guys have been really wanting a bigger size. So the best I can do is 32 ounces, double the 16 ounce size. You guys, and the monomer has been such a big hit. Thank you for all the support, and hopefully you guys are really enjoying the monomer, and you know, is helping out with your work. You see how this is using my monomer. I use my monomer with every powder I use. It's universal, y'all. Works with chisel, wave gel, pretty much Valentino. Anything you have in your arsenal, my monomer, the medium setting, gives you that nice ability to mold the powder. Gives you time to work with it. Had too much there, but it's fine. I'm gonna be able to reposition the bead and just clean up the cuticle area with my crimp brush here. Nice and flush. So later on we'll do less work later, okay? And there you go. You have a nice apex. Natural apex, really. Look at that. Beautiful apex. Just from here, curve out. It's the base of the nail. I can use a little bit more powder in the base, but later I'll buff and file this and it'll be nice and easy. No problem at all. Shapes there. Oh, thank you, Tracy Kelly. Scotland, oof. I have to come over to UK for a class in the future once everything's settled down. It's my first bead. So my monomer is a 3-second rule. It gives you 3 seconds to let the powder marble. See that? It keeps the powder nice and medium. You think it's dry, but if you put like pressure, you'll be able to work it and move it. Usually white powder, black powder, anything with high pigment will dry a little bit slower. But this white powder actually dries a little bit faster. My studio is a little warm, but there you go. As long as you are able to use your brush, look at that, tapered, oh my goodness. See that? The shape is already there, everybody. So I'm gonna be careful with this. I'm gonna pick up less powder than I did before. See that? 1, 2, 3. Boom, it marbles, right? Application is so important, everybody. It helps you make your life so much easier. This is why I teach application in any of my courses. Tino and Vina, amazing nail techs. But they're like, you know what, John, you do the application portion. Because I really specialize in application. Like, come on, let's be real. That's just beautiful, right? The understanding, control the powder, the timing is very important. The way I manipulate acrylic, I like that. You use the word manipulation because that's what it's about. When you do acrylics, you're manipulating, okay? You're not forcing, or you're not making the acrylic, you know, beat it down. A lot of people, they want to make the acrylic work for them, but you gotta manipulate. You gotta make sure that the acrylic wants to work for you. You can't force it. Very gentle. I use my whole brush. My brush is a nice Kolinsky brush. It's a very high quality brush, so it won't get, you see the acrylic won't get stuck to it. I'm here brushing and brushing and brushing. No, because it only gets stuck to it if I have other acrylic on my brush. This allows me to be able to work with acrylic without cleaning my brush. That's why it's very important to have a high quality brush in your arsenal. A lot of times you guys have brushes that are maybe $10 or something really cheap, and they're like synthetic, which is plastic bristles and not Kolinsky hair, like this one. Yes, you can get it for cheaper, but it's gonna make it work a lot harder. And a brush is very important, investment. A lot of people that have my brushes, they'll have it for years. They take care of it. Is that? No acrylic. One, 2, 3. Make sure I get the flush the cuticle area. And blend this bead into it. Simple as that. This is timing, understanding how long I have to work with the acrylic. When do I start working with it? When do I start moving it? Very important. This is with experience. Over time, you guys will have the same. The more you work, the more you do it, the more you'll be able to get that understanding, and you'll be able to do flawless applications just like this. I promise you. Because the nail art brushes are the same bristle, the same quality as my acrylic brushes. You see how I'm using the whole brush? The whole brush. I'm not tapping. I'm not doing any of that. I'm using my whole brush. This is what the word brush is, to brush through. You know, it's not for you to tap, for you to put a manipulation. Like, you see a lot of people do application where they're just like, you know, trying to like be soft with it, trying to, you know, manipulate it, as in, like, you know, they feel like they don't have control over it. I don't like that. I like to have control over my acrylic on my brush. I want to be able to use my brush, and when I move this acrylic, it's gonna move where I want it. It's gonna move how I want it. I don't want to do any motion where it feels like I'm losing control of it. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm in a really tough situation, tough spot. You see that? Everything I do has, every motion, every movement has a means to it. It does something. When I do this, it means I want to shape my acrylic. When I do this, I want to shape my acrylic. When I do this, I want to smooth out my acrylic. I'm not doing anything that's waste, you know? Everything I do when I do application, it has a means to it. Not wasteful. I don't mind showing you guys how I do application, because yes, you see it, you know you can do it. That's why my students in class, they learn my technique. Sometimes the simplest things, when I see them, how they hold the brush or how they work, and I make that adjustment, oh my gosh, I would never have been able to do this if I kept watching your videos. Yes, it's the difference. It's not consistency. When I say consistency, it means that every time you do it, it's the same. Every time you do it, it's the same. You know why? Because you're using the same technique consistently. Effortless? I wouldn't say effortless, but I'm using American by Chisel. But any powder that you use with my monomer will come out like this, because my monomer is very universal. Chisel is a great product. Also, Wave Gel is a great product. I'm gonna start using more Wave Gel for you guys in the future. Well, I am starting right now, but I have a bunch of other colors I have to go look through. You see the brush motion? My brush, I can brush like this, and boom, clean as a baby's bottom. But how is it that every time you guys use your brushes, the moment you put the bead down, you have acrylic stuck to it? You gotta really reflect on your brush quality. Take care of your brush also. If you have acrylic stuck in your brush already, it's gonna have that. And I appreciate you guys follow my Instagram. It's pinned right there below. And for those of you guys that use my products, tag Nail Shop to get reposted. I have my Nail Shop has an Instagram also, where all the products are posted and stuff like that. I'm gonna start focusing more on that in the future. I'm gonna start right now, actually, because I can't have everything on my main page, Nail Studios. But I'm gonna make sure I'm able to repost anybody's work, guys. This is what you try to achieve right here. Structure, apex. In 2 beads, I created apex and structure for the nails. How do you buy in SA? I don't know where SA is. South America? I don't know. We don't ship internationally. I'm sorry. And I apologize. That's one thing that is really tough for us right now. We cannot ship internationally. No wasteful movements. Everything has means. A lot of you guys say I make it look effortlessly. It's because the technique I use. I've been doing this for like years, 10 years, the same technique over and over. I'm gonna refine this application technique down. I'm gonna have that level of mastery where I understand everything about my movements when I work. That's something you guys will definitely develop on your own also. Years from now, your skill level is gonna be higher than it is when you started, I guarantee you. No one stays. The more you work, it doesn't matter. The more you work, the more consistent you become. Everybody's so worried about speed. I don't want you guys to be faster. I want you guys to be more efficient. Think about that for a second. A play on words, isn't it? Yes. Mentally, if you think about going faster, you're going to lose quality. But if you think about being more efficient, you're going to be faster and you're going to have better quality of work. I guarantee you. That's why I'm trying to replace the word speed with efficiency with a lot of nail techs now that are coming in this industry. South Africa, yeah, it's unfortunately, you guys have to have some kind of PO box or something. You have to, because we don't ship internationally. Not a lot of companies ship internationally, unfortunately. You see how I always bring the powder to the middle? I don't move it until I'm ready. I have everything in position to move. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have some on the side here. I'm gonna push this over, mold it before. Any excess you have, will probably we have to use a hand filer. I try to eliminate the hand filer as much as possible because I don't like using the hand filer for shaping. I use my acrylic brush for shaping. That's my favorite tool to shape. For those of you guys that ask me about shaping, yes, my acrylic brush is my favorite tool I use for shaping. Because there's nothing better to shape than with your acrylic brush. When the acrylic is at consistency for you to work with it, that's when you shape. Shape at this phase first and use the hand filer to make your shape more crisp. That's it. Don't be dependent on the hand filer to make your shape. Because what's going to happen is you're going to depend on that. Your mind's going to be like, oh, you know what? I can do my application a little bumpy. It doesn't have to be smooth, perfect, because I can use my hand filer later, right? No, not right. Add a little bit more monomer. My monomer is getting a little bit dingy. Do you offer soak off to your clients? Yes, I do. Yeah, my clients, she just got a soak off while she got her pedicure. Usually my clients, when they do soak off, they come in a little bit earlier. They get their pedicures and they get the nails soaked off. I offer every service. I do fills, I do soak offs, everything. I'm not gonna limit myself from money. I don't need to, but I have a lot of clientele. But like, if you're starting off as a nail tech, you don't limit yourself off with money. I don't do soak offs. I don't do short nails. I don't do, gel polish. Oh, girl, when you start your career off, you can't be picky and choosy. You need to, if you gotta sit there and soak it off just to get that client, yes, get that client, get that bag first. Later on, when you have a lot of clientele, then you can be like, okay, I don't have time to do all this, so I can, pick and choose. I see a lot of nail techs complain that they don't do this and then don't do that, and then they go and post, there's not enough clients, I'm not busy enough, I'm not booked and busy. Well, you're not booked and busy because when I read your policy, you're making your clients jump through loops just to sit in with you. Don't be picky and choosy in the beginning of your career. You got to work your way up to be that level so you can pick and choose your clients. You need those clients. You know why? Those are the hands-on. You need to be able to do nails every day, 5-6 sets a day in the beginning of your career. Gets you that consistency so you can build techniques like this. When I was, starting out, I did 10-20 sets a day. Short nail, long nail. I don't care what it is, fails or repair. If they can get me to start doing an application, I'm gonna do it. I do repairs all the time. Clients will come in, I need a nail repair. Everybody else in the shop like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the repair. I'm like, come here. Sit there, do a quick 5-10 minute repair, make that nail look amazing, and the client's gonna come back. And who they're gonna ask for? Me. Build a client right there. They see my work compared to the work that on all 9 fingers. When they see your one nail look better than the 9 fingers they got done wherever they got done, they're gonna come back to you. That's how I built my clientele, through repairs, a lot of repairs. Anytime someone wants a repair, send them my way. It takes me 5-10 minutes, nothing at all. Build a lifelong client. Working over other people's work. Some people say I don't want to work other people's work. I love working over other people's work. Sometimes, if it's bad, I soak off. I offer soak offs. Say, hey, you know what? There's nothing I can do about this, but you know, the moment you can make your nails look better than the other person's, they'll come back. That's why I'm successful. Thank you. How do I promote myself? Actually, it's easier for me because I worked at nail salons. I know it's a lot tougher for a lot of you guys that are stay at home. I really don't have any experience with that, other than the fact that a lot of it's off my Instagram. Clients will see my work. They'll be referred word of mouth, and they'll come. But that's why my main goal is to get everybody salon ready. As in, I want you guys to be working in salons. I want nail techs to start getting licensing. Even if you don't have a license right now and you're working, start working towards getting one. Get in a salon, get some team building experiences. In a salon, you don't have to worry about getting clients. The salon gets the clients for you. You have a physical location. There's walk-ins. When it's your turn, you work. So a lot of nail techs that are coming out of this industry, they really need that, because it's tough building clients up by yourself. I know it. So yeah, I want to make sure that you guys are salon ready, so that if you guys want to do work in a salon, you guys know how to, and you know what to do and how to get it done. I've been working with a lot of nail academies and having a salon ready course included into the nail academy course, where after the students graduate, get their license, they'll have 2 days with me where I get them ready for the world, because I'm a salon owner. I know what I look for when I look for a nail tech, and I know what is needed in a salon, so I'm able to get them prepared. So when if they do choose to open their own salon, or even work at a salon, they'll know how to get themselves in, a little bit of prior knowledge there. I must admit, my application was very smooth this set. Some days you just feel it, right, y'all? Look at that. Application alone, guys. Application alone. Should be nice and crisp like that. And of course, my brush, I'm going to check it. We feather through. I call it the feather technique. You see there's acrylic in here? This acrylic is nothing, but if you leave it, it's going to dry up. So you got to get it into the monomer and clean it out. Until when you feather through your brush and you feel no acrylic like that, boom. You know there's no acrylic in there. Reshape from where you crimp a good brush and take care of it. This brush will last me another 6 months, 7 months. One of the worst things I see happen is that nail techs get their license and they come out and they just confuse they're not ready. There's so much they can teach you in nail school to get you ready for all the stuff that we're doing out here in in the world of nails, right? Now the nail industry is always growing so fast, and a lot of nail techs, they run into issues where they're just not ready for it, and they come in and they feel like they're drowning. I don't want that to happen to anybody. I want you to be successful. So yes, I'm a big advocate for for licensing, and I will create a nice kind of trend where I'll be able to prepare these students, these nail techs, to be ready for the outside world. And that's how I'm going to leave my mark behind. How I'm going to be remembered in this nail industry. I want to leave some kind of legacy behind, guys. And I'm going to start this off, and hopefully it will pick up, and a lot of people will do it too. And it will make our industry stronger, our nail techs stronger. Too many nail techs get chewed up and eat up and spat out because they're not ready. They don't have the right information to start their career off. You and your sensitive skin. This is even worn out too. You gotta be careful with your skin. It's so sensitive. I accidentally cut their skin with a hand filer. Can you see how quick this shaping is? That's all you need to do. And that's my shape. Nice and taper. I don't spend a lot of time with my hand filer because my shaping, like I said earlier, was done with my acrylic brush. The hand filer's only job is to make it more crisp. If I were to sit here for 10 minutes on one finger and consistently file, what's gonna happen? The shape's you're gonna lose the shape, guys. The shape's gonna go away. You can always remove acrylic, but you can't always add acrylic back on, okay? So be careful. A lot of you guys are over filing. Yes, it's a thing. It's not because you don't know how to shape. You're over shaping. You're taking too much off, so your shape's lost. What's the best liquid? What's the best acrylic liquid? You have to go with my liquid. I'm telling you. My monomer is the medium setting, universal monomer. Works for everything. It's very good. Everybody that uses it, all my students that use it are obsessed with it. It's consistently out of stock, so if you can grab one right now before I restock, grab it. It's always out of stock. Hey Daniel, how are you? Smooth to new area, work from home. What's your recommendation on new clients? Anytime you move to a new area, I would always recommend seeing what the nail techs in the areas are doing, and just quickly hashtag Birmingham nail techs, hashtag Detroit nail tech, and check out their work. And then, see what kind of clientele what the clients are getting in that area, Check out the salons. Go to the salon and get a pedicure. See the traffic in the area, And then you'll see how the area is. But usually if you're a stay-at-home tech, you really got to have your own niche. As in something unique about yourself that'll stand out. Okay? Because if you don't have that uniqueness, it has to be something. Either you can be specializing in gel polish. I always recommend do those short sets, y'all. Like, come on. Short, medium sets, good structure, good shaping. Money in the bank. You guys see that? Thickness. Side profile. Yep, I don't have to do a lot of filing. You're right, Paige. I don't. This is what I teach in my classes, and the students, when you're watching me, it's completely different. Every time I see a student that always watches me, and they're in the class and they're doing my technique, and they're like, I can't get it down. And I'm like, this is why, and this is why I love in-person classes, because there's certain things I can't help you over the screen. I don't do online classes for that reason. I like the interaction. I like to be there with the students. I can't wait to see what West Coast has in store. I mean, our Denver class was amazing. Vegas class this week coming up. And then we have San Jose, calling on San Jose nail techs or surrounding area. Can't wait to see what Then we'll be back to East Coast for our master classes, where we're going to be focusing on designs, hardcore designs, new products. I realized something. There's some products that a lot of people have never even seen or used before. That's crazy. So that's what we try to teach. Oop. How sensitive your skin is. Especially after you just got soaked off too, it's probably more sensitive. You said just a quick back and forth, switch sides. I'm not gonna stay too long. My shape is already there. I'm always making it crisp. If you're spending more than 20 minutes doing shaping, you're doing something wrong. No, you're not doing something wrong. You're just overdoing it. How about that? Step away from it. I'll come back to it later. You never know. See? A nice taper shape. This is from the tips too. I didn't have to cut or file the tips, guys, remember? Well, I cut the tips, but I didn't have to cut the sides, or I didn't have to shape with a hand filer. These are the tips the way it is. I used my acrylic brush to give me my shape, but that's pretty much it. The tips are actually a very nice tip. This is why I tell you guys I love using natural tips when I ever get a chance. Do a taper set, and it's not as too long. I'm gonna pop these on. Look at that. And let me show you guys what's up. All tubing. Look at that. Same structure, right? There's something to be proud of. You'll reach that level, I guarantee you. Here you go, my favorite drill bit. Oh, not this one. This is my 5-in-1. This is different. You probably have a 5-in-1. Not like this though. The way it's cut is different, okay? Your Marmor's already sold out. I'm so sorry. It should be restocked by next week. I'm sorry. Check the 16 ounce. The 8 ounce is sold out. Check the 16 ounce. Gotta be careful with this one. Remember, I kind of nicked her a little bit earlier, so I'm gonna be careful around that. I'm gonna clean all my tools afterwards. Her skin is so sensitive. It's dry. I'm gonna put some. My acrylic is so smooth, I don't need to mess with it too much. See how smooth that is? I'm just gonna do hand filing and buffing. My main goal is to get this cuticle area nice and flush. This is where the lifts come from, guys. Like I guys have lifting. This is it. As you can see, I only put primer on my nails. I don't put any extra fancy stuff. Fancy stuff, right? Just a primer. And this 501, I'm able to run through the whole nail if I wanted to. But I gotta be careful. This is a carbide bit, meaning that it's gonna eat into the acrylic. Smoothing my acrylic, I gotta be very light-handed. If I'm heavy-handed, it's gonna eat into the smoothness, and I have to go through and do more work for myself. You see? I'm just gonna use this to clean up the sides a little bit. I'm gonna go through and do this one too, just real quick, and I'll have to hand file it later. I had a little issue with the pinky in the earlier phase, remember? So I'm gonna go through and just drill it out. I do circular motion because that's how my drill bit works. It just works circular, okay? There we go. Same thing over and over. My thickness is about a credit card and a half thickness. That around the cuticle area. Flush it to the natural nail. Circular motion is that. I'm right-handed, so I go right to left. If you're left-handed, you'll be in reverse. You'll be going left to right. If you're left-handed, I mean. I think I said left-handed. See that? You need to get the sides, okay? Because the sides can't just stick up. It has a curve. It's a curvature. I'll show you the front profile in a second. What I mean by curvature. It has to have a curve to it. You can't have flatness. Flatness is not strong. You have to have a curvature. That gives it a strong arch. Yeah, see, like when people build bridges, the Romans built bridges, they built arches underneath to give it strength, right? Because the arch will be able to take on more pressure and tension than something that's flat, right? Even nails can go back to ancient architecture. That's why you get that C curve. People say C curve are more stronger. An arch is more stronger than a flat nail. Okay? I didn't use a C curve tip. I built this. I built this from my natural tip. This from my application. I create the C curve. You guys see me use C curve tip? No. So you don't have to use C curve tips per se. You can also have it with just using this. A lot of people like more curvature. Fine, use a C curve tip. But this is just a natural nail, a natural curve. I'm going in circular motion from the side, curvature, creating that nice curve. There you go. Very easy, right? Not a lot of work. Any set you do should be run around less than an hour, just to set itself. I honestly truly think that you should never be doing a set over an hour. I mean, like finishing the application and filing. And once you get that mastery level down, you'll be able to finish any set in less than an hour. Then all the extras, stones, designs, all that stuff will come out later. Yeah, so beautiful. I love this. This is how a structured nail looks. This means this nail's not gonna break, nail. Unless there's some really intense trauma, that nail ain't gonna break. Yeah, effortlessly done. Because it is require less. The way I work, I really don't use that much effort. I do a lot of my work through my applications, and later on I can just breeze through this part. I don't have to worry about drilling down all this bulk. No, it's already smooth, so I'm just smoothing it out. When you don't want to create more work for myself, I want to make my job easier. Work smarter, not harder. Later on, I'm going to draw some gel French on this. Have some glitter tips. It's going to look so nice. For a lot of you guys, honestly, this level of mastery is not too far off. Because you guys have so much at your disposal, education-wise. You've got me, you've got YouTube, Instagram, you've got every social media network and practice, and you got all these products. Let's be honest, these products were not available when I started doing nails 10, 15 years ago. A 5-in-1 bit? Get the hell out of here. We didn't have that shit. We didn't even know what that was. EMA monomer? Nope. Just color powder? Nope. We're still using Tammy Taylor and MMA. Shit dries up so fast. You don't have time to even do live streams. at that. Nice and smooth. I know you guys, sometimes I bring up stories of 10 nails 15 years ago. You're just like, I remember going to the nail salon with my grandma, my auntie, or my mom. Y'all remember it, right? Airbrush, white tips, or color. Regular color. And afterwards, I gotta use that Crisco can and spray it on you. Oh, don't worry, this helps it dry. Psych. That is a placebo. That gives you the illusion it's gonna dry. I had so many people try to spray that on and just walk out and try to dig through their purse trying to find M&Ms, like, and then come out, oh, my nail's messed up. Well, yeah, like, the fuck? That spray, like, miracle, ain't gonna super dry your nails. It just, you're spraying aerosol on it, so it just, I still see that spray being used. A lot of salons stopped using it because people just messed up their nails and blamed the salon. Helps dry, not dry right away. We're so blessed to have gel polish now, y'all, and color powder. Ooh. Back then, clients would just get their nails done, sit there for like an hour before they leave. Or come back, I messed up a nail. Oh, did you now? I think the most cringy moments are when you bring the clients and like, I'll have like her purse, I have her keys, her kid, her groceries, and I'll bring her over to the drying station. I'm like, okay, just be careful going under that. And she goes under and hits her hands right away. And I'm just like, you didn't even let me finish the sentence. Just be careful going under the tip. Already messed up. Oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys had lucky. This is the golden era to be a nail tech. Being a nail tech 10, 15 years ago, oof, no thank you. RPM, I'm using about 11 RPM right now. Because I'm really used to it. If you're not used to 11, you can start off at maybe at 7 or 9. That's a good speed when you're drilling. And depending on your drill bit also. I usually go a little bit quicker. You got the kids and the groceries. That's literally how it was. I got the kid on my back, groceries, a purse on both sides. All right, ma'am. Put your hand under the table and just speak it. I think I bumped it. You think you did, or you did? Because I heard it, so I know you did. Y'all won't be able to do it. I see the level of patience nail tech nowadays have. You guys won't be able to do it. You guys would be cussing out these customers and fighting them in the parking lot or in the salon. So be blessed with color powder and gel polish that dries right away. Even with gel polish, they still be messing up. Think about regular polish, y'all. Oof. Wham, bam, no thank you, ma'am. That's what we look for, y'all. Structure. Then back then, nail salons used to be like, if you mess up your nails, they're gonna charge you like another polish change. That's how bad it got. Because it would just take us forever to get one client out the door. They're not careful. There we guys go. Nicely done. Structure, shape, thickness underneath. For those guys that like to see the thickness. About 1 credit card to 1.5 credit card thickness. I'm gonna buff it real quick and make sure I don't mess with the shape, the edges, the corners. I'm just gonna buff underneath Dang, my monomers out of stock already. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, they'll be back in stock next week, y'all. I'm moving my warehouse. I'm having more space, so I'm trying not to stock up too much. Okay, let's get one last look at the Dusties. Dusties. Alright guys, hey, wash your hands. So, for this design, I'll do a sugaring effect. Very simple technique. This is actually my last client of the week until I go to Vegas for my class with Tino and Dina. So I'll be using this white glitter by ANC. Get some of this with some white gel polish. Hello Kelly, how are you? How have you been? For those of you guys that are interested in the San Jose class, our last West Coast class, July 19th and 20th. Feel free to DM. I'm using a 501 Sharp. If you want I have the safety version also. I'm at nail-shop.com. When they answer comment. Vegas is next week, Kendra. It'll be Monday and Tuesday. Oh, Kendra and Raymond. Oh my God. Where have you been? I'm actually coming to Vegas next week. I think there's a seat left if you want it. DM me. It's kind of last minute, but I haven't seen you on the social media in so long. So what I'm going to do is, where is... I have a glass of wine ready for me. Thank you. How have you guys been? Been busy, I hope? So I'll use my... this is my striper brush. And I'm probably gonna have to use my flat. Yes. I'm gonna be creating a deep French. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the grid lines. So I have the same consistency in every nail. Start the same spot. In the same spot. Make sure I have a nice that same positioning everywhere I go. This is my striper brush, a very nice long brush I use for all of that. So now I'm gonna go through with my flat brush and I'm gonna brush in, just speed up the process a little bit. I just need to get this nice and coated so that it will attach the glitter onto it, okay? I'm just gonna go through and fill in all the negative spaces. And I'll go through and clean up the smile line with my brush again. And the edges, of course. Remember, I don't really care about getting this too coated because I'm going to cover it with glitter. So I just want to get it right through. Get it nice and coated evenly on the surface area. So I'm going to go through with my brush again. Make sure I get these corners nice and even. Smile line. Clean up my smile line. Make sure I get this nice all the way up in that corner there. Whatever is sticky is where I want it to be. That's where the glitter is going to attach to. So I'm not too worried about making this full coverage because there's no point, because as long as it's sticky, the gel is sticky, the glitter is going to stick to it once I sprinkle it on there. But I do want to make sure my smile line is nice though. Fairly easy and actually fun design to do. Sugaring effect. Very popular during the fall, winter time when you do sweater nails. This is how it's the sweater nails. Once winter hits, you'll be see me do a lot of sweater nails. If you want to go to my Instagram and see, like back in December and November, you see a lot of sweater nails. Oh God, the sweater nail season. It's coming, guys. Winter's coming. Sweater nails, fall colors, all that is coming. I don't have to worry about coverage. If I was worried about coverage, I've been using a gel art paint. Gel art paint is very thick and it actually gives me better coverage, but it's not sticky. So I want it more sticky, so that's why I'm using a regular gel polish. Make sure I get that nice coat. Smile line. Okay. Now all I gotta do is sprinkle this on. Ooh. Make sure you get in all the gel area. You know what? I kind of fucked up because I didn't matte top coat this yet. I should have matte top coated first, guys. It's okay. I just have to matte inside it, but the next hand I'll do it right. So yes, I messed up here. I jumped the gun. Look. Okay. And so now when we cure that, the gel's gonna cure and the glitter's gonna stick onto it. So you want to do it the right way. We will take a matte top coat. Now that's matte top coat, of course. Money back guarantee. We top coat it first. So then after we do that sugaring effect, we don't have to do anything. So now I actually have to go through and matte in the interior to protect the nail. So you matte top coat first, okay? Before you do that. Clear top coat if you want the inside to be clear, but I like the whole matted look, so I'm gonna use the matte top coat. This protects the nail. I mean, I could leave the other one just like that and be okay, but I don't want any like chemicals or something that's to hit the acrylic and get it dirty, so I want to fill it in with a little bit of matte top coat also. Just takes me a little bit longer. This is actually a little quicker way of doing it, because after you're done with the sprinkling of the glitter, you're done. You don't have to do anything else. Gonna go in. Switch, yeah. So when you're done with this, simply just dust it. And see, it only sticks. Ooh, nice. I actually like this. So of course I gotta go through, because my dumbass jumped the gun, matte this area. Just gotta be careful. Not too bad. Wedding nails, yes. That'd be a great wedding design. So this is annoying to do. You gotta be careful not to overdo it, but not too bad. So this is what the shiny version will look like. But I actually really like the matte version. Go ahead and go in. So, same thing with this. First I'm going to draw through. Give me my grid lines. Same spot everywhere I do it, so I make sure I have the same consistency with the French. I'll go through with the grid lines first, then I'll fill it in later. Saves me time, then I have to go back through and do the same process over and over. Whenever you do designs, you gotta make sure you do steps and layers. Takes out a lot of the time. Sometimes a lot of you guys just want to do one whole nail and then move on to the next nail. That takes longer, because then you have to kind of pick up a different tool. Sometimes you have to reuse a tool for a certain step. Get all that step done with. Drop this tool, bring up the next tool, do that part, rinse and repeat. I'm gonna do this very thin because I don't want to lose my shape. It's important I don't want to lose my shape, okay? And thank you, Taisha Lewis. Drop that tool, go back up through with my liner to get my smile lines in the corners. Remember, I matte this surface first, so after I'm done with this, I'm pretty much finished. Everything's already matted and sealed in. There you go. Just gonna go through and recreate these smile lines, make sure they're nice and smiley. Get these corners here, because sometimes you miss a lot of the corners. And you want to do a shorter brush for this, this works well too. Maybe a detailer, be able to get you around these corners a little bit easier. I'm not trying to get this white to be full coverage because I want to be thin as possible. I just want it sticky. Sorry about that. My phone almost out of battery, but we're about finished here, so we're gonna be okay. Clean up those corners. I want that deep French, so I'm trying to bring it all the way up there. All the way up. And there we have it, guys. Let's sprinkle this on and see the final look on both hands. I think this is a fairly easy design, actually a fun design to do, actually. You can do this a lot of different color combinations. It doesn't have to be with this white, but she wanted white on white, so. A very fine glitter. I wouldn't use chunky glitter, okay? Something fine, something that'll pop out. Chunky glitter will not work with this, so don't grab chunky glitter from like Joanne Fabrics or something like that and try to do this. It will not work. And this glitter is pretty easy to find. You can find on Amazon. Just put glitter and then you look at the consistency, you'll see how fine it is. The reason why we don't need to have that white to be too much is because this glitter will actually cover up. It's a white glitter, so it has a little bit of white in it. It'll be able to cover up any of that inconsistency. And then we can just go ahead and tell her to clear that. Yep. And we're done. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna pack up tomorrow to go to Vegas. I'm probably have to come in tomorrow. I was gonna think about packing up right now, but there you guys go. Let's hit her up with some cuticle oil because, oh God, Lord knows she needs it. We did a soak off before this set, so let's bless her. Ooh, that's cute, y'all. I'm about to do this design again. Look at that structure, though. Come on, fam. Can't go wrong with that. Cute, right? Very simple. A lot of the work really goes into actually drawing the actual French bullet. This is how it covers up. Baby. Boom, that's a photo right there. Like, that's a photo right there. Right for the IG. Click. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. Vegas, I'll see you guys next week, and I'll be not off the grid a little bit. I'll see you guys when I'm in Vegas. I'll do short videos when I'm in Vegas teaching a class. Thank you guys. See you guys later. Thank you for all the support. Bye guys.